Underneath, she's as black as she is on her face and legs.
Damn! I'm sorry.
So what was I talking about?
The black sheep.
Oh yeah, the sheep. Sorry, I pulled out my phone to take pictures of really quick. The sheep. I don't know if y'all have ever seen how much wool comes off of a single sheep in a single year, but here's a picture. That is the white sheep in 1 year. That's the black sheep in 1 year. Black sheep, white sheep, white sheep in 1 year. That's the black sheep in 1 year. No whole sheep. So the first year that I had animals out to here to shear, I went Tractor Supply, and I spent $250 on the most expensive set of shears they had. Came home and commenced to shearing animals. It took me 3.5 hours to shear the very base lump Cusco. And so the second year I hired it done. I was going to make little video series of how a man knows what he's doing shears llamas. It was a short series because it took me 4 minutes and 7 seconds to shear the same llama. It took me 3.5 hours. Two basic differences there. One, knowing what the heck you're doing can't be overstated. And two, having a $5,000 set of shears and a $3,000 blade sharpening machine, and an infinite bucket of blades that you use for 2 minutes and throw them in the to be sharpened pile, versus 250 and who knew these could be sharpened? And so we're very happy to see that man show up here once a year now. He shears everything on the farm in 2 hours, and he makes $1,000 and only takes cash. And we're thrilled to pay that to him. There is no math to justify $10,000 worth of equipment to use for 1 hour every year. And if it would start the second year after it's set on the shelf for a year. So yeah, we're very happy to see him come here and shear the whole farm in an hour. All right, guys, turkey walking around making his happy noise. He is in show-off mode right now. You see him starting to fluff up because he's walking past his waddles and gobbles and these things underneath of his neck. They get all swelled up big like this, and his snoot is hanging down the front like this, like that. Nakia, do you need help over there? Be right back, guys.
You want me to do something, John?
No, they want to hear about this stuff too.
Okay. I actually already grabbed a ton of the cute sloth footage. So if you look on
really?
TikTok and
Thank
Facebook,
you.
yeah, from your whole thing.
I appreciate it.
Because the camera was right and everything, so it's pretty funny.
That's funny. Yeah, it was so cute. Because I wasn't even supposed to hold that one.
Yeah.
But it just worked out, and she was so relaxed.
That's
so
awesome.
It was super cute. Super cool experience.
Okay, yeah, get off my foot. You're big and
Did you see the fluffy one in there? The fluffy one. Oh, cute. Oh, this one. Yeah. Wow, he's back.
sheep. You're a big baby. Okay. Well, move so the piggy can get some. Move so the piggy can
Thomas right here. Thomas has his wattles and gobbles all big and it's swelled up, and his snoot is like all down the front like this because he's in show-off mode. He wants your attention. So then when I pick him up, he's getting exactly what he wants, which is attention. So see his snoot goes right up on top of his head, and this all starts to drain out because he's not actively pumping blood into all of that mess.
Oh,
If
wow.
I had the patience to stand here and hold him for 5 minutes, this would turn white. If you guys are staying on the farm, he may very well show up at your campfires tonight. He is fully flighted, and if he does, you're welcome to give him treats, but please don't give him s'mores. It is extraordinarily difficult to get melted marshmallows out of a turkey's feathers. So come feel this before it's all gone. See how fast that's all turning white right there, right? It's soft and it's the temperature of its heart.
They're so little, it's insane.
See how fast the color's gone away?
Yeah.
You are a lot.
Guys, give that a feel right there.
Hello, friend.
Because he's not actively pumping blood into it. Because attention is being what he's after, and attention is what he's getting right now.
They're cute like dogs.
Yeah. Kevin and I don't usually hold this guy long enough for him to really get very white. There's how, for those that are watching, that's how he gets white. All right, now watch. When I put him down, he's going to be like, dude, we had a thing going. What's up? And he's going to throw his feathers up, and he's going to drop his snoot right back down the front. He's going to swell that all back up, and watch, in about 40 seconds, that's going to be all big and red again.
Why did it turn a white?
Because he stopped pumping blood into it, because the show-off mode is pumping it full of blood, and the happy mode is not pumping it. So he was all happy that I was holding him, and now he's like, come on, somebody give me some attention over here. See how fast that gets big and red again? All right, guys, these two pigs over here, the black one is Oreo. Oreo is a rescue because when she came here, she was so fat she couldn't see. The fat rolls covered her entire face and she couldn't see at all. Also, her fat dragged the ground from the front of her face to several inches past her back legs. And the reason she was so fat is people had her before us better nothing but Cheetos because I were her favorite. And so that pig was the beginning of the gate system. So the tortoises get tortoise food, and pigs get pig food, and sheep get sheep food, and so on around. So every animal knows which little pen to be standing in for their breakfast every day. So they all get the proper type of food and the proper amount of food for their nutrition. That pig has lost over 100 pounds since it came here. It has regained its sight and its mobility. Proper diet saved its life. A lot of our fellow Americans could learn something from that. Maybe myself, but anyhow. The other pig, say what?
How much do you weigh now?
About 180. It's about 300 when it came. The other pig right there is a rescue, not because the people were bad, but because they bought a pig this big at a pet shop and didn't understand that they were buying that. Every pig that you can find in a pet shop is obviously a mini, but they sell for more if you call them a mini, and you get what you get. So that pig was in a second-story, one-bedroom apartment before it came here. It is litter box trained, but I cannot imagine dealing with a litter box such as that pig would use.
Yeah.
The tortoises out here, that is a sulcata tortoise. A sulcata tortoise is an African tortoise. They're also called an African spurred tortoise. Their wintertime behavior in the wild is they'll dig 8-10 feet straight down underground, and then they dig up and build a shelf so they don't drown if it rains real hard. They can stay underground for 2 or 3 months and come out in the spring. We don't want them to dig in the ground here because we don't want holes and ruts everywhere. When they come out in the spring, they come out on a really shallow angle, and they could potentially come up 50 feet from where they went down. And that makes a hot mess. So here their wintertime behavior is the one has a heated hut over there, and the other one, this tan house, has a tortoise heater built inside of the floor. That keeps them good down to about 35. Colder than that, we take them inside of the exotic barn with us. But you can see looking at them that those dudes are quicker than you might think a tortoise would be, right? So there was some idiot, possibly me, that left it outside of the fence one day after we soaked it, and we give them a whole watermelon to eat, and they'll plow down a whole watermelon. And that house in 1 hour was standing at the front porch of the White House across the street and up the hill over there in 1 hour. So still, that's only 1/2 of 1 mile in an hour, but you know, it never occurred to me that a tortoise could end up on the neighbor's property in an hour. All right, guys, let's go out the way we came in. We're going to keep on with the farm tour.
Was your neighbor a little upset when he walked out his front door?
The neighbor never even saw it. Somebody saw it crossing the street and looked, Googled it, and told us. Back then, the gate wasn't just open all the time, so the